All right, look where I am. Dean's Fishroom Peruvian Collection. That's right. First time I've ever been here. Super excited. And we got a guest.
Angels down here.
Whoa.
Hey, hey.
What are the dimensions of this room?
I think it's 10 by 10. Or 10 by, it might be 10 by 9.
Is this bigger than Randy's fish room? Have you been to Randy's fish room?
When he very first set it up, before, I don't even think all the tanks were in yet. I don't know if it's bigger than his. His might be bigger.
Both of you did a really good job of making use of the space, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, look at these guys. These are the shit.
Shidone, or whatever you call that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I want.
So, female, male, those two have spawned.
Oh, nice.
I think the other one might be another male, possibly. But I have not kept the fry alive more than 8 days.
So is this full grown? Or these
No,
adults?
they'll get about twice that big, I think.
That's what I thought.
They take a lot longer to get that next spurt of growth.
They're like little Mabu puffers.
Yeah.
I love the idea of being able to keep them together.
They get that same beautiful tail like Labus get too.
Yeah, I get like the big fan tail.
Yeah.
Speaking of tails, those guys have great tails.
Yeah, the lighter tail on these guys are insane.
I tried to sell those to Bob one time.
Yeah, Dean tried to sell me these, but I already have some.
Yeah. Those are actually supposedly from a show-winning variety several years back.
Definitely, they've got
In their class. You know, so.
something special in the tail for sure.
Yeah, I just showed those off on my channel, mine, a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
You still have them? Are you breeding them or?
I have them. They are breeding, but I have them with I forget the catfish, so they get.
They get eaten.
Yeah.
Babies get eaten.
But there's always some that survive.
Yeah.
More plants. I'm surprised.
Well, I like to have green in the tanks, but I also like to have it. I need to have it easily to take out.
Right.
So for example, when I go to net those angelfish out, the driftwood, the plant comes out,
Take it out.
and I can just there's nothing else that interferes with the netting process.
If you are getting in and out of your tanks, it definitely does take from it. Makes a mess too.
Yeah, all the tanks that I sell fish out of are planted, and
It's hard.
it takes time
Hard.
for sure. What are these guys? Pencil fish?
Yeah, those are we collected from Peru. Might try to breed those one day. Definitely both sexes in there.
You know, looks like some orange flash opistos.
Yep.
Anything in this one?
Yeah, if they come out, there's a pair of Nanacara animala, but they might have caved up and spawning. They were kind of looking like it last night. I can throw some food in there. We'll see if they come out.
It's like a cool little dwarf cichlid.
Are those coconut husks?
Yes.
They're very
Where?
in the back there.
Oh no.
They're very brainy looking.
Those
like
are
a bark.
Brazil nut husks.
Okay.
Those,
Trademark
those
beats.
I actually had those shipped back from Peru.
Those are cool. I love the texture.
Oh, here he
to it.
comes.
Is he coming?
Came out for a second.
Yeah.
He's underneath that moss.
Oh yeah, I can see him. Yeah.
He's hiding pretty good. This one just has bristle nose.
Yeah, that's going to be a pair of rams shortly. And then up here we have the,
Borrelia?
yep, there's 2 males and a female.
Have you got these to spawn yet?
Yeah, and I posted on my Instagram the other day the female with the fry, but then I think the extra male made a meal of them.
Oh, that's too bad. Oops.
Only thing is, I'm not sure which male she spawned with.
Oh, yeah.
So I think she's sitting somewhere back here maybe.
Yeah, she's coming out in the middle now.
Super cool fish. This was the very first Episto I spawned
I have
in the 80s.
really.
Yes.
I am just now getting into the pistos.
These are really cool.
I'm trying to get everyone into Opistos.
This is one of my favorite ones. I mean, there's a few others, but I just love the high fins.
And they have the big fan tail as well.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I don't know if that's the technical term, but that's what
I
I call
don't
it.
know, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
What are these guys?
Those are the Vienna guppies. When Corey was away, I convinced Jimmy to bring me a few. You can see the females are all ready.
Oh yeah, they're plump.
There is a very large size comparison with
Yeah.
that particular strain.
Yeah.
Very large females.
They're almost like the Moscow guppy size.
A little bit, yeah.
Whole bunch of fry down here, fry racks. What are these
Working
ones?
with the bettas. I thought that'd be a good
Angels.
idea for housing.
Oh yeah, it works great.
Oh, now I see it from the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they all angels? Well, this. is
No,
not.
those are rams. Rams, angels, wabaments, muster, ancestris.
Okay.
Angels, and there's also some other ancestris in the bottom of most of them. Most of the ones with wood in them have plecos in it also. It's for the biofilm. And the Java moss helps, in my opinion, with the excess food. And then you can rinse it off.
That's one of the reasons I hate Java moss is because it is like a filter. It just it's like a magnet. It just attracts
Right.
everything.
Right.
Oh, I see. Yeah, actually with
Yeah,
it
see?
being free floating.
But if you look in here, this Java moss is pretty clean because there's fish in there to pick it off.
Do that again with your finger. That was so funny, all the little baby rams.
Oh well.
They came running.
they're trained. It's like
Oh.
So cool. You're like, hey.
they're starving.
So
Wow, I
sorry.
can't believe how. Like they look good in film and picture, but they look way better in person.
Way better in
Yeah.
person. Those are
Wow.
beautiful.
So this plant, Bob, single dwarf sag.
Yep.
You want to see something really cool?
Yep.
Okay.
Always.
But watch what happens when I tip it up and you see the roots.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Ah, they're biting me. They literally are chewing on me.
How long has that been in an easy planter?
Remember when we were at Corey's and we took those home?
Yeah.
So about a week after that, I went and got plants.
Okay, so that was about 2 months ago.
2 months ago. Now, I will be honest, not every one of mine has done as well as this, but I put a root tab in there. When I first had it in the other room, and then I noticed it was pushing up off the bottom. It's the massive roots. Right?
Yep. So I've got dwarf sag in an easy planter, and I use the root tabs, but mine is actually like sending carpets all the way across.
There is a few that have
Yours
come
is
off.
growing tall, and mine is growing long.
Tall and big. These guys are probably hungry too.
Oh yeah. This is one of the most common questions I get. It's like, can't you just get some of Dean's rams and ship them to me? I say, nope.
Maybe.
Oh, well now I say maybe. Now, what do we got going on down here? Because there's a lot.
These are gold ram fry.
Oh yeah, look at that.
They're a little bit
Really?
young yet. Yeah. They tend to get the height when you had that one big one right here. That's about when they start popping up.
Now this is gonna be something else people are gonna ask me. Can you get some of those gold rams from Dean? Everyone wants your fish, I'm telling you. Like
I know.
nobody cares about my videos or my fish. They just say, yeah, that fish is cool, but what about Dean?
Yeah.
Can you get some of his fish?
Now, if you could ship them at this size, that would be perfect,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Because it's going to be easier to ship. They're going to do better in shipping as long as you can keep the package warm.
So I do the same thing with rainbows. So one of the wholesalers is like, the larger ones are cheaper. Why aren't you buying those? And I'm like, because I don't want to ship large ones.
Right, exactly. Because I will show you what these look like larger.
Wow.
So those are ready. Those are what the stores are taking right now.
Now, do you find, like someone's going to ask about breeding for profit, do you find rams like a good fish for that?
No. I mean, for me, yes. But for most people, I'm going to say no.
Are they a little bit harder to breed? Or...
Most people are going to buy them and kill them. Hate to say that, but they will. You need to talk about like 86 degrees. Better to buy a group of them, let them pair off rather than try to pair them off yourself.
I'm glad you said that, because I say that all the time with rams. I'm like, buy a group of them, but no one believes me.
Well, if they make their own pair bond, you have a far better chance at viable fry.
Yep, I always buy my pistos in at least groups of 6.
Six or 8 or 10, yeah, exactly. So the Sagittarius that we were looking in the other ram tank went in exactly the same time as this one, and it's doing
Not the same.
it's not doing quite the same, but this one's still doing fine. This one might be getting picked on by the fish a little bit.
Yeah, I do see some chunks taken out. This looks so cool. I never thought I would see a giant school of rams. Jeez, and this is a 40 breeder?
40 breeder, yeah.
Wow. How many adults do you just have? Like, how many adults do you have breeding?
None right now.
None?
These will be my next breeders.
Right.
I sold all of them because I end up with too many.
You do have a lot.
And see, you didn't even threaten these rams with food yet, because this is really cool.
They'll just rise up.
Yeah. And no commercial here. This is the new custom bottle of Extreme Nano.
Oh.
They love it. So I actually buy the bottles myself,
I was gonna.
and I peel the label off and restick it.
That's funny.
So
I was thinking, I don't remember seeing that at the co-op.
it's not in the co-op.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's my number one complaint is.
And the biggest key I found is when you're buying these bottles, buy the large mouth bottle.
Wide.
Or wide mouth bottle, yeah, easier to get the food in. And
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so lighting.
lighting.
What do we got for lighting?
The whole room, except for I think one light, is lit by Finnick Stingrays.
And that's what I was going to ask is, so that's what I'd like to do is mount them up to
Yes.
where you can't view, but you still get enough light then, the
Well,
spread for your plants.
But, well, I'm not saying so. So they're also all on a dimmer. So this is full light.
So you don't even have to
You've been
use the
looking at
full
them like
light.
this.
See, I like that. That's what I want. Almost the ability to tone it down.
What I find with that is all of my tanks end up looking like this.
Oh, when
Too
it's on
much.
full?
Yeah,
Too much.
Get all the brown algae?
yeah.
And you built these dimmers, right?
Well, not the actual dimmer. I voided the warranty on all of the lights. I first did it with one, and then I thought, you know what? If I could do it with one. So all of the Finnex power supplies have been cut off.
Okay.
And they're all wired. Let's see if there's a good shot where you could see it. Well, you can kind of see it here. They're all wired to, what do they call these things? Terminal strips?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
they're wired to a terminal strip. That is my input voltage is 12.5 on that one. And then it comes through a dimmer. Now on this particular rack, I can dim it with the voltage, like that.
Oh, wow.
Or I can dim it with the dimmer. The dimmer actually works better because if you notice with the dimmer, it'll go way down.
Right.
With the voltage, it cuts off at a certain level.
It has a
And
bit
it kept
more
the
of a
reds
spread.
on, which was kind of interesting.
Exactly. So I've been just running it about.
So now you said they're all able to run off of, was it 1 or 2 plugs? Is that how you're able to do that, by kind of splicing it
No.
down?
No. So let's see. How is this set up? I have to get my app out to figure that out. Rack 4. Okay, this must be rack 4. That's on its own switch. Why was that? Because I couldn't run power. So that is operating just off of this one.
Oh, okay.
So this plug goes to the power supply. All of the lights come to the and from the power supply it comes to.
Bringing
So
it
the
down.
other side is racks 1, 2, 3. That's all controlled with one smart plug.
Wow.
And that's the one over here. So everything plugged into this green power strip is a light. or it's a cord that goes to another power strip.
Okay.
And then all of the lights are plugged into that same power strip. These lights only consume about 15 to 30
Oh, that's
watts each,
Okay.
depending on the length of the light. So the power strips will usually handle 1500 watts.
Perfect.
So,
That's something to
just
play
do
with.
the math.
Plus, you're not even having them at full.
And yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
don't, right.
All right, so
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't even know what I want to talk about this thing. This
I
looks,
get a lot of questions. I think that's been on 3 or 4 videos.
Fitz is way out of my league.
Wow.
It's what everybody needs. So, all the tanks are drilled
Yes.
with an overflow. Whether the overflow is behind the mat and filters or like in this case it's right up there.
Okay.
All of that runs into this bucket.
So all your tanks are drilled, they overflow into the bucket.
Right. And there's 2 different water supplies. The one on the right, you have hot and cold, and they have the green valves.
Okay.
Those green valves are actually gate valves. So that lets me control the temperature better. Because a gate valve isn't on off, it's screwing in and out
Okay.
so that it can self-regulate a little bit better. The 2 on the left go through this Intelli faucet. And we can actually run that. So water comes on, and then it comes on. I can dial in the temperature. So let's just say, for sake of example, we want 80 degrees.
Okay.
Hit start. I have to have the valve open down below. And in this case, I'm going to just go straight into the bucket. The sump pump, you'll hear it come on and off. So this thing tests the temperature 60 times a second.
Wow.
And so right now it's basically warming up. Takes a few minutes, and now we're at 80. It went a little bit over. Now it's going to come back down. So now it should consistently be within a degree or so.
Wow. That is fancy.
Jeez.
This is the actual temperature coming out. This is just pre-filter stuff. So it's coming down here through this. It's coming back through temperature valve, and then it comes through this network of. It's pretty tight in here.
So you have actually gone from PVC down to almost like the
Yeah.
irrigation tube.
So let's just say we want to change that rack.
Rack
Because-
4.
Yep, that's rack 4. You just open rack 4. And eventually, I will have that on timers, I think. But now the water is coming down through here. Where can you see it? Oh, you can see it down here, Bob. It's flowing into the tank there.
Oh yeah.
You want me to open that? Here.
There you go.
Perfect. And you just drilled a little hole there to hold the line.
Yep. And so I let that run for an hour, say. It'll insert about 20 gallons of water. So that's not going to actually change 20 gallons. Because
Okay.
you're diluting, right?
Yeah. Now you know what you have to save up for.
So many
The
things.
IntelliFaucet. The other thing I can do is I have the ability to put a timer function on. So say I want to go for 45 minutes. I can have it shut off automatically. And I just start that timer. Well, that will run for 45 minutes.
Wow. What is something like this normally used for?
I believe it's used in the photography industry where they need temperature exactly. But there's other industries like chemical research type people that need stuff like that too. I'm also able to, if I want to, I can control the flow. So I can turn it
Oh,
way
geez.
down or all the way up to 100%.
I love that.
And now, as you hear this, water is draining out of the tanks, going around the room, overflowing into the bucket.
is this controlling the tanks outside of the room as well? In here, or are those separate systems?
Yeah.
Or do we not talk about that?
Yeah, it is. But people will think I'm crazy for that. So, so there's a little valve here. If all the rest are shut and I open that, it sends a 1/4-inch line, just like these, underneath the Geophagus tank.
Okay.
And then from there, I have a line where I basically...
Come back into this bucket?
No, that drains outside.
Oh, okay.
But I have a line which I just have to hook it on the tank.
Oh, okay.
And so I
don't know why they would think you're crazy about that. That sounds amazing to me.
I can only do one tank at a time, but you know, if you're having dinner, start one tank before dinner, change it after dinner. And I actually have found, occasionally I find fish in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fry.
Fry.
When I used to do shrimp, I'd find shrimp in there all the time.
Oh yeah.
What we didn't talk about is these tubes on the floor. So
Okay.
that is a fill tube.
Like a.
That's hooked up to this setup on the right.
Okay.
So if I want to massively fill a tank, I can adjust the temperature and I can control it here or there to turn it on and off.
It's like a DIY Python.
Of course.
I love that.
Feel that. It actually works really
Type
easy.
out. Ooh, no, actually, that's a good one.
Yeah. Schedule 81.
You were very excited about
I'm
that.
super excited about that.
Yeah.
That's my hardest
and
part right
if
now.
I want to pump a lot of water to out there, this might leave a little water on the floor here. I can hook the 50-foot hose up. So this is like if that 40-gallon tank is empty, I want to fill it, it'll fill it in 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Oh, nice.
And I can adjust the temperature. I know what temperature it is because I can see it going through here. These are all thermometer wells.
It's like I'm on a submarine.
Were
I
you
don't know
good at
what
Legos as a kid?
Everyone is, I would hope.
You think so?
Yeah.
So my other key here is this other dirty pipe. So I can bring it over here. Literally pick up the hose.
And you get some siphon
Yeah,
because you
that's
had
me
water
there.
in there, right?
Right.
Wow.
And that's just a piece of rigid tubing on the end
And
there?
then I squeeze it off. I take it back to the bucket, stick it in there. This piece of tubing, oh, that's even a better question. So I have all sorts of different depths of tanks.
Right. Oh, you can change it out.
Oh, man.
If you want a short one,
I live for this kind of stuff.
pretty good, huh?
I
That's-
love that.
Oh wait, you want a medium one?
Quick connect.
This is clear PVC. Amazon will be your friend.
That is great. I made a bunch of those individual
I'm
hang-ons.
sorry.
I know. I'm serious. I have like 15 of them, and that would have
At least.
saved me.
Yeah. So as long as the end of this sits in the water bucket, the hose will stay full of water. And then you just start whichever cycle you want.
That is so nice.
Oh, by the way, see how this hose just magically fits under that stand?
Magically.
Do you think that was planned? Because this one's all the way to the floor. That one's all the way to the floor.
Very smart.
Nah, you just got lucky.
No, I planned that.
Alright, so I just noticed all this stuff going on over here.
Oh no.
Look at
The
this.
brine shrimp hatches.
I'm looking forward to. I haven't worked with the brine trip yet, but now that
No.
I have the space, get it set up on the wall. So I'm looking
Plan
forward
on
to
two.
it. On 2 of them
Yeah, you have to plan on two. Makes it so much easier.
to rotate.
Wow. Man, we haven't even
Wow.
talked about the discus yet.
These are huge.
That's the pair. First year in Peru.
These guys are beautiful.
So they're not super prolific, but oh, we scared them all back.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ones in here are their fry, and the ones in there are their fry.
Did you bring these back multiple times?
Yes. So the first trip down was with my wife and daughter. We had 7. 5 of them made it to shipping. 4 of them shipped live. And so out of those 4, I have this pair, and there's 2 other big ones out there. Then the time I went with Corey was when we got the other 12 that are out there. That we got them basically at that size.
And are you selling these?
I haven't made enough to sell yet.
Just getting
But
started?
yeah, eventually, Bob will be shipping them all over the world.
Give me the ladder, because I just saw some plecos, and I love plecos.
Oh, and the zebras are up here.
Oh man, I forgot about the zebras. I see a couple tails.
Those are 333s.
333. King tiger?
Yep. Yep. And this one, it's leopard frogs. I've had 1 unsuccessful spawn so far.
I never got mine to spawn.
Well, actually, it's not unsuccessful because there's 2 babies in here that are about 1.5 inches long.
Not as
So it's just not super successful.
Well, the males are trying. They're all in their caves.
I actually think the best pleco to breed in for a fish room is either the super red bristlenose or the gold bristlenose.
the goals.
Not the green?
Nope.
I do the green.
Both of those 2 do really good on algae. They also come out more,
Okay.
so they're not they don't hide as much as the greens do.
Yeah, the reds are my favorite. by
Yeah,
far.
and they're saleable.
Right. They're very
So
popular
really,
right now.
really, when they get up about 2 inches, that's when you want all of them sold.
Okay.
Any of them coming out for you? No.
Yeah, well, they're not coming out, but I can see them.
Yeah.
I kind of miss
How
my
personal
colony.
those rams are.
You sell them?
Yeah, I gave them all to Corey. Well, we made a trade.
Oh.
It was a bad trade for me. Looking back on it.
I immediately regret my decision.
All right, so let's see. What else are people gonna want to know? I think we got everything. Lights, filtration, fish. 8 days old, fry.
We wish.
Oh, we didn't get the black neon tetras, but now I see
But those are more
plecos.
L33. That's my original group of L333s.
Okay, these ones are.
This is the second group up here. They're offspring.
Let's say these guys are way bigger.
Way, way
Oh,
bigger.
wow. I'm gonna have to stock up on some more caves.
Yeah, you can't look at that fish and tell me that's not cool.
No, that's awesome.
It is cool.
It's like
He
a
might have
shark
eggs in there.
with a tail.
They might.
He sure is fanning like it.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for having me.
Cheers, you bet.
We got more tanks to look
Awesome.
at, so be sure to do what?
Like, subscribe, comment.
For future, because
Right.
we got a lungfish, we got some other planet tanks. Dean has planet tanks, folks.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
There you go.
So make sure you're subscribed and you'll see the next video.